Welcome everyone to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the looks like the original Rebels Truck Series tonight. This should be an interesting one. We're going to be at Charlotte once again for 100 laps in these trucks. This should be an exciting one. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atlee Atman. Joining me tonight to call the action is fellow iRacer and member of the original Rebels Racing League, Magic Mike Uribe. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Really looking forward to this race tonight. We had a hell of a barn burner with the Outlaws race earlier, and I expect no less from this race tonight.
Yep, we just came off of doing the truck, the Outlaws Truck Series, and we ended up seeing Steve Loving take the win. And but we're gonna see a whole different field, a lot of different drivers from the people that we saw in the other series are gonna be in this one. New names like Jamie Barkus, Zach Wetstein, Garrett Kinder, Patrick Drobick, Christian the Coach Deadman, Matt Geis, Aaron Adcock. This should be an interesting one. Right now, currently in practice, Jamie Barkus is your fastest. 30.31 is his fastest time. Currently, the top 10 is less than a tenth off of each other currently. This is a tightly knit field at the moment based on practice times. Last week at Bristol, we ended up seeing Garrett Kinder get the victory.
Yeah, we have quite a great field here tonight with all of the Rebel truck racers here. Again, we have 31 entrants in. It should be a pretty good race.
Yeah, a lot of cars in this one. Full field of drivers. I mean, this should be an interesting one. And the thing is, there's at least 18 or 20 drivers that have a chance to win at any given time here tonight. And question is, who is that driver going to be? We got qualifying coming up right now. Some drivers getting on track, and let's see what all is going to happen here. Right now we got Brett Grunwald on screen right now in that 5 machine. Mike Feith on track. Zach Wetstein on track. See what happens.
Yeah, we're seeing some fast trucks out here in practice tonight, and it's again, as we mentioned before, it's the racers that can conserve their tires the most are the ones that are going to be running up in front and battling for the win.
And looks like Brett Grunwald is slowing down. He had a rough one. He ended up hitting the wall. That's going to hurt his qualifying run. Here's Tyus Swank getting ready to exit onto the track. Got to be careful on that exit off of pit road until you get onto the backstretch to not wash up on the track, or else you'll get a penalty for unsafe pit exit.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm not seeing the ticker. So, not too sure of the times and who's leading the board at the moment. I'm going to see if I can fix that somehow on my end.
We see Zach Wetstein currently with a 30.68. He jumped to the top of the board. Here comes Kenneth Farmer. He gains about 500. He was 500ths faster than Wetstein. Farmer to the top of the board now. We see Zach Wetstein able to get back to the top of the board. 30.30. That is way faster than a lot of the other drivers. Wetstein looking tremendously fast right now. Kenneth Farmer in second still. William Griffith in third.
I'll tell you, Zach Wetstein is a past champion, and he's always a threat to win it. He's going to be up in the top, up in the front most of the night tonight. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to get up there.
We see Sam Wetstein gets the second, but then here comes Patrick Drobick with a 30.40. He's only a tenth off of Zach Wetstein right now. Drobick, he's looking pretty fast in that 07 machine.
He sure is. Patrick Grebick, he's part of the Goat Locker racing team, and him and Jamie Barkus, they're both really good competitors. They have their own truck racing series also, and they definitely know what they're doing out here on the track.
Jesse Nekula able to get the fourth 30.51, but yeah, Patrick Drobick and Goat Locker Racing. Goat Locker actually has a broadcast. They broadcast a few of the Rebels races, I believe. So when you're not watching Intensity Broadcasting, make sure to go check them out. They have fantastic broadcasts. Zach Wetstein's at the top of the board. Or no, he still is there. I thought he just got up there. But looks like we're seeing something that I do sometimes where Zach Wetstein, even though he's already done his 2 lap times, he's continuing to stay out there and practice, although the lap times aren't counting. So maybe just getting a little bit of extra practice time in.
Yes, he is, and he commonly does that a lot. He's a perfectionist pretty much, and any opportunity he has to run laps before a race, he's going to be doing it.
Barkus to the top 3. 30.46 is his time. Only 600ths off of second place, Patrick Drobick, but that was his second lap that he set that time, so he can't quite get up there. He's slowing down right now.
We have Matt Geiss in 7th after crashing out of the Outlaw race. Great qualifying effort so far. We have the number 17 of Josh Oswald in here too. He's going to be a contender.
Yeah, great job for Oswald. Normally he's known as almost a short track specialist, but he's doing great here at Charlotte, 30.58.
Beautiful looking truck too.
Yep, he always has one of the flyest paint schemes on the track. Another awesome paint scheme is the U.S. Air Force machine of Josh Smith, who got into the top 10. Oh, Kai Shaport asked on YouTube who won the Outlaws race. Well, that ended up being Steve Loving, and you can go ahead and watch the replay of the finish right now. Or it might not save until a couple hours after the race. I don't know, but yeah, Steve Loving ended up getting the win. I believe Baralt got second, Adam Lange got third. And it was a great race. Right. Great race.
It was.
Christian the Coach Deadman breaks into the top 10. 30.53 is his time. Chuck Feltz is on track right now. Speaking of Chuck Feltz, by the way, these drivers are fighting for the Pegleg Feltz Pole Award. That's what you win if you take the pole. And right now it's looking like that's going to be Zach Wetstein.
Chuck Feltz, he's due for a win. He's one of the most improved drivers in their league. Day in and day out, he puts in the effort to practice for extended hours and everything. And it's just going to be a matter of time before, we start seeing him winning constantly here.
Looks like we've got, and also I know a lot of people have been saying that they've really, really liked Chuck's new paint scheme, as there's, a front view and a back view, and I agree, it is a pretty fly looking paint scheme.
Nice looking truck, yep.
Get a few other drivers waiting to get onto the board. Logan Sturgeon, Aaron Adcock, Mickey Isaac, and Charles Stevens Jr. And here's Alex Veith getting on track right now. Fan favorite Alex Veith.
Aaron Adcock, he's another hard charger that's always in contention for the win.
See Logan Sturgeon to 16th, 30.58. Still about 0.2 off of the leader. Let's see if he can improve.
I think he's sporting a Green Day paint job there too, from the band Green Day.
Yep, let's take a closer look. Yep, there you see on the hood Green Day. And then there's a look from the rear.
Yeah, Josh Oswald did the paint for that on that truck for him. Came out pretty nice.
That's an impressive paint scheme, and that's an impressive lap time. Logan Sturgeon to second, 30.40. That's only a 10th off of your leader, Zach Wetstein. But yeah, that's a 10th off of the leader. Zach Wetstein, still people have gotten close, but he's been almost untouchable so far here during qualifying.
I think that paint job on Logan Surgeon's truck probably took about 0.2 of a second off of his time there, so good for him.
We see Aaron Adcock, who you mentioned earlier, is always a one to watch. He gets to 5th with a 30.47. And looks like that was not, so that was his first lap. Let's see what he can do in his second lap. Or no, he's slowing down. So that was his second lap. We see Alex Veith on his second lap, 30.80, 5/10 off. He's a little bit off pace at the moment, but 29th. Let's see if he can make his way up through the field.
Alex Veith sporting that mullet mafia paint job because naturally he wears a mullet.
He does wear a mullet, and I remember it started off one of the drivers that we did in the we announced the league called the Cincinnati Racing League Short Track Series, and one of the drivers, Brendan Queen, he has a Twitch channel and he calls his viewers the Mullet Mafia. So now everybody who has a mullet is now kind of in the Mullet Mafia.
They're all jumping in the bandwagon there, huh?
Yeah, Brendan Queen, a late model driver at Langley Speedway, he's up there in national points right now. If you go to the late model national series points, got a few wins this season. 2020 Hampton Heat 200 winner. Got raced in an ARCA race with Venturini Motorsports. Great driver and
awesome,
great mullet.
That was a little bit before my time, but I'm old.
Oh, Alex V says, I've been at the... My bad. That's just how... But here we go. We're gridding for this one. And this is going to be the Magic Mike Motorsports starting grid. Let's take a look what happens here. So currently starting on the pole with a 30.299 is his fastest time. Zach Wetstein starting on the pole. Outside of him, we have Logan Sturgeon. Third, we have Patrick Drobick with Goat Locker Racing. Outside of him, we got the 15 of Jamie Barkus. And then rounding out your top 5, it's Aaron Adcock. 6th with Extreme Motorsports, it's Sam Wetstein. 7th is Spencer Gay. 8th is Jesse Necula. 9th is Chuck Feltz. And then rounding out your top 10 from the Great White North, we have Tyler Gatke. Ty Swank in 11th. 12th is Mickey Isaac. 13th with Reaper Racing, it's Matt Geiss. 14th is Garrett Kinder. And 15th is Christian Deadman, the coach. And the 16th, we have Josh Smith. 17th, Jeff Paisley with Arcadian Motorsports. 18th is Josh Lokenvitz. 19th is Josh Oswald. And rounding out your top 20, we have Kenneth Farmer. 21st is Brandon Wallace. 22nd, Charles Stevens Jr. He's with Big Fish Motorsports. 23rd, William Griffith. 24th, Tyler Rice. And then rounding out your top 25, big field tonight, it's Todd Schott. 26th, we have Brett Grunwald with Arcadian Motorsports. 27th is Gary Wright. 28th, Mike Veith. 29th, Alex Veith. And then 30th is Joaquin Meza. 31st is going to be Phil Hitman Manzo. 32nd, Charlie Elmore. 33rd is Jason Lottridge. And then rounding out your top 34, last but not least, it is Kyle Robert. So 34 cars, big field.
Oh, yeah, big field. A lot of talent in this field also. So I expect nothing but some really great racing tonight.
Just like our previous race, this is going to be 100 laps.
Again, it's going to be a lot of tire conservation going on. This track is rough on tires, and so looking forward to a very good and clean race.
Let's see what happens. Wetstein, Sturgeon, front row. There you see him right there. Both of them looked very, very fast in practice.
The Go Locker guys, oh, I'm sorry. The Go Locker guys, they always put on a good show, and then they're always up there at the top contending.
Yeah, both of them are currently on the second row right now between Jamie Barkus and Patrick Drobick in third and fourth. Pace truck is in.
Here they go.
Green, green, green.
All right, green flag is out. There we go. We see Wetstein and Sturgeon side by side as we cross the line. And here comes Wetstein. He's able to get clear. So Logan Sturgeon falls in line in second, and Patrick Drobick will be in third, Jamie Barkus fourth, Aaron Adcock fifth. We're single file right now, but I think we'll start seeing some battles start to come back.
I'm looking forward to seeing a really great battle going on between Zach Wetstein and Logan Sturgeon. They're both really competitive, and they both race really good around each other.
Yep, and so far after one lap, we've seen some very, very awesome, competitive, clean racing. Here comes Patrick Drobick getting right up to that back bumper of Logan Sturgeon. He can make a move at any time. Drobick just, trying to set up the pass. He's got his teammate, Jamie Barkus, right behind him, and then in fifth, we still have Aaron Adcock.
Seems like the field is stretching out, or not stretching out, but lined up single file here pretty early, pretty good. And that makes for a clean race, so we'll see if they can keep it this way.
That time by, we see your drivers running their fastest lap. Yeah, pretty much the entire field just ran their fastest lap times of the race right there.
Patrick Drobick right on the bumper of Logan Sturgeon.
Yep, he's there. He can make a move at any time right there. And looks like Andy Kurtz has just subscribed. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate it.
Aaron Adcock jockeying for position there, seeing what the leader is going to be doing.
Yeah, since the green flag dropped, he's kind of been hanging out in fifth, but he can make a move at any time. He's hanging out behind Barkus. And the one thing that you always got to, when you're waiting for, actually as I'm talking, here goes Adcock looking low under Jamie Barkus. He sent it there into the turns 1 and 2, but he stays behind Barkus for another lap. See Nekula is there as well, joining the party.
Yeah, Nekula's the quiet one. He's gonna bide his time on that, but he's always up there in the top 3.
I see him there lurking behind Aaron Adcock, just waiting for something to happen maybe. And that's the thing, when you're driving behind someone trying to set up the pass, the one thing that you're always waiting for someone to do is to make a mistake. You're always waiting for somebody to get loose, somebody to maybe miss a lifting point or a braking point. And
yeah, that's true. Sorry about that.
Sometimes luck is just, you got to have luck on your side. There we see Jamie Barkus. I thought at one point he was looking low under his teammate Patrick Drobick there.
He's sticking his nose down in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know he wants to try to make the pass. I'd say in the next couple of laps you'll see Drobick or Barkus get under Drobick.
One thing I'm saying too is everybody's being pretty patient. Everybody's settling in line pretty much, and there comes Patrick.
Oh yeah.
Underneath Logan Sturgeon.
Drobick, he's coming fast, side by side with Sturgeon. I believe Drobick has the nose as we go onto the backstretch.
There's a little bit of history going on in there that I won't go into, but it's definitely going to make for really exciting racing there.
Ooh, let's see. As we cross the line right now, Drobic has the nose, but he still hasn't gotten clear yet. Can
Mark is looking to follow in right behind him.
Yeah, so we see Drobic gets clear, and then, like you said, Barkus, here he comes. He has the nose now, following behind in his teammates' footsteps.
And Bark is clearing Logan Sturgeon, not quite. Close. Aaron Adcock, we didn't see how everything shakes out in front of him there.
Yeah, he's being patient, you know, just letting everybody figure it out.
Aaron Tiny Adcock looking fast tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's right there in the mix of things, fighting for fourth right now.
Now, he's in a good place there, running the inside. See some smoke. I don't know if somebody checked up hard or what on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't see any other car. I think it might have been one of the leaders, you know, in a battle.
Yeah.
We're seeing the two Goat Locker guys, you know, fighting. Drobic and Barkus currently for second.
Zach Wilson, a very comfortable lead there. It appears to might be coming up to a lap car here soon.
Yeah, we actually saw both Brandon Wallace and Todd Schott, both of them go in, and I'm pretty sure the pit stops for those two were unscheduled. Unless, you know, they might have been going into top off on fuel or get tires, but I don't think that's likely.
Yeah, that could have been from where I've seen the smoke from. There might have been an incident that iRacing didn't pick up, and then, you know.
Caution incoming.
Yeah.
Yep, it might have been the case there.
Brandon Bam Bam Wallace, he's good at recovering. And if it wasn't an incident involved pit stop, then he definitely has some kind of a pit stop strategy going on there.
Continue to watch, you know, the top, pretty much the entire field is very, very close to each other right now. We see, oh, there they go by a lap car. That's the 426 of Todd Schott. The main battles that I'm currently keeping my eyes on is Logan Sturgeon right now, looking in on Jamie Barkus for third. These two are, oh, and looks like through 1 and 2, we see Barkus took a shot at underneath of Drobic.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Jamie Barkus is a very aggressive driver. He's been on the service for a while, and I wouldn't put it past him to take on an aggressive move.
Here we see Todd Schott exiting the pits again. Something has got to be wrong with that 426. He's been coming in and out of the pits so far throughout this race. There looks like I saw Aaron Adcock looking low under Logan Sturgeon, but he falls back behind, just taking a little shot, but can't quite get under him.
Yeah, they have a one fast repair, so I'm thinking Todd Schatz is probably saving that, and he's going in pitting, taking care of his repairs on his own without using up that fast repair. Also, the 18-point incident count is in effect in this series.
Got it. So be watching for that if we do see some cautions. Hopefully we don't see too many cautions, but if we do, I'd say the names that we mention a lot are going to be the ones that might drop out first. But this has been a very, very clean race. I want to compliment all the drivers. Everybody's been nice and clean racing each other. Fantastic racing.
Oh yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. You know, once they've settled down, once they get single file racing like this, that minimizes the chances of any kind of conflict or any kind of catastrophic event.
Yep, but although sometimes it can be a little bit boring with like the single file racing, it's good. It's good for the drivers because nobody's getting frustrated with wrecks. Nobody's getting mad at people, you know, making mistakes. It's just some clean, awesome racing.
Yeah, I see 3 cars, 1 lap down. Hitman, Phil Manzo, um, Brandon Wallace, and Todd Schott. So there must have been something going on back in the back.
Yeah, that was.
I see. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Aaron Adcock looking, still taking a peek to the inside and the outside of Logan Sturgeon.
Yeah, he's been taking little shots here and there under Sturgeon.
That's another guy that has his own league too, Apex Racing League on Thursday nights. It's a truck league. Just so happens Goat Locker has their race right before the Apex, and I've raced the Goat Locker truck race, and immediately after that, get into the Apex truck race. A lot of fun if you love driving these trucks.
And I believe I actually might have gotten into a recruitment race for Apex. I didn't join the league or anything, but me and I think it was Josh Hall were just looking for a race, and we joined the Apex race, and it was some awesome clean racing with that in the recruitment race. So I know Rebels and the drivers that are in it do have like a bunch of other leagues as well, sister leagues almost.
Yeah, exactly. And the Apex Racing League, you have Tracy Passions in there, Aaron Adcock, Alex Veith races in there. I think Alex Veith is a past truck champion with Apex. And a great bunch of guys, good, clean racing, and great place if you're looking for a Thursday night truck race.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
We have a caution.
Caution is out. Oh no, Mike Veith involved in this one.
Oh man, I hate that for him because he he tries his best to come in. He's a really great guy and everything, and just hate to see that happen to him.
Here we go. We're gonna transition.
Is that Lokovic right next to him? No, that's another.
No, you're right. That's Lokenvitz. And actually, no, we're watching Matt Geis.
Yeah, Matt Geis. I didn't think that was.
Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Here is what we were
here we
looking
go.
for.
Yeah, yeah, the blue number 9 of Mike Veith and
that's Meza, Joaquin Meza.
Yeah, Joaquin Meza. Seems to me that Mike Veith faded up to the top lane there and clipped Joaquin Meza in the left front quarter panel, and hate to see that, or left front fender actually.
Man, you hate to see that for those two. They were just it was a tight battle. Now, I do want to quickly cover. There goes the entire field onto pit road for the first green flag pit stops.
I think we might have jinxed them, Atlee. Mentioning how clean they were racing and everything, and then boom.
Yep, we see the caution come on. I'm sorry if we jinxed it, but that's okay. This is we'll see a race off of pit road.
Yeah, the broadcasters jinxed there.
Yep, you see that happen all the time.
Let's see who comes out first. It looks like somebody stayed out.
Oh, wow. Patrick Drobick able to beat Zach Wetstein. Oh, no, they give Zach Wetstein takes the lead. So then that's going to put Patrick Drobick in second, Logan Sturgeon in third, Jamie Barkus in fourth, and then Jesse Necula in fifth. And nobody stayed out. Every single driver in the field tonight went into the pits.
That was a good call. That was a good call on everybody.
Yep. I don't think it would have done anybody any good to stay out.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now, looking at the chat on Twitch, Soulgirl93 says, let's go Griff and Kinder. Let's see, where is Griffith and Kinder at? Garrett Kinder, he's having a great run. He's in the top 10, 7th in that 13 machine. And then William Griffith.
There he is.
He's had a little bit of a rough run so far. He's in 26th at the moment, but that does not mean that he can't make his way up through the field. We'll watch to see if that Pepto-Bismol machine can get up there. Paul Passon says, okay, Aaron, hammer down. Aaron Adcock having a great race. He's been in the mix of things all race long, and there he is sitting in 6th. And last but not least, Gary Dean Moore on Facebook says, What?
What?
What? I don't know. I guess maybe it might be, you don't, well, hello. First of all, this is my first time broadcasting this race, so if you don't recognize my voice, hello there. My name's Outlaws. I'm one of the primary announcers here on Intensity Broadcasting, and joining me tonight is a fellow iRacer and member of the original Rebels, Magic Mike Uribe. So we're filling in for Josh Hall because he is actually at Watkins Glen International watching the Cup race, and he'll be back to doing the trucks and everything next Sunday. But I'm just filling in for him, and hopefully, Josh, if you're watching this, hopefully you're having fun at Watkins Glen. I'm very, very jealous. I wanted to go to Watkins Glen, but I knew that I had a race, and then my race got rained out, so then I couldn't go to Watkins Glen, and I didn't have a race. I wish I could be there, but hopefully y'all are having fun. I know him. We saw Joe Wright, he was there. Dave Wright was there, and Eddie Morris was there as well. So a lot of the Intensity Broadcasting announcers were there, and I was the only one that could fill in. So here we are, here at Charlotte.
That's great that they got to go to a NASCAR race. Anytime you have an opportunity to do that, jump all over it. I've been to Talladega, Phoenix, California Speedway, Las Vegas Speedway, and it's good watching it on TV, but there's nothing like the experience of being up there watching it live, for sure.
And I think it was fun for them because, a lot of the people were meeting each other. A lot of, like Josh and Joe and all of them, they were meeting each other for the first time in real life ever. So that was kind of cool to know. Like, you've talked to them online, but you've never actually gone face to face. And that's one of the cool things about iRacing. And it allows you to connect with other racers and make some new friends. I know I've met plenty of awesome people, who I have a lot of common with here on iRacing just by, doing Intensity Broadcasting. So if you haven't already and you're a racing fan, make sure to get iRacing. If you haven't already, I've put the link to their website in the description, because you're able to connect with a lot of other people who share the same interests as you.
Yeah, I've only had the opportunity to meet one of the other guys in the league up in Vegas was Philip the Hitman Manzo. He lives in Vegas. I live down in Tucson, and I had a sister that lived up in Vegas, so I went up there and visited him.
Green flag, green flag.
It's so awesome when we see virtual and then real life connect. But we're back green, and Zach Wetstein taking off like a rocket. Here comes Logan Sturgeon, able to get by Patrick Drobick for second, side by side between Necula and I believe it's Jamie Barkis. Currently, they're side by side, and Aaron Adcock is there as well.
Garrett Kinder right behind them, looking for a hole to get into, an opportunity to start dicing it up with the leaders. He's going to be the one to watch coming up here. Garrett Kinder, he's always a contender again, and he's a winner. Whoa, bumper to bumper between James Marcus and Justin Necula.
Yeah, there goes Barkis. He's looking low, side by side through turns 1 and 2 and on to the back stretch. And if either of these two make a mistake, we'll have Aaron Adcock there to pounce on the opportunity. He almost gave the 84 of Necula a little push there. Adcock now side by side with Barkis. Adcock on the outside. Can he get a good run? I mean, we've seen some throughout the two races in the Outlaws and the Rebels truck. We've seen some great runs on the outside. You can get a good run on the outside if you have enough speed.
I tell you, these guys aren't shy about going bumper to bumper with somebody, that's for sure. That makes for good racing.
Yeah, and I mean, we're still pretty early in this race. Only 28 of 100 have been completed, so it's still early. Anything can happen, but these drivers, I mean, whether it's lap 1 or lap 100, they're always going to race each other hard.
It's always a good show here at Original Rebels Racing League, be it in trucks, be it in the Cups, be it in ARCA, be it even in street stock. Always a good show.
And I know a lot of these drivers are going with the old race every lap like it's the last lap mentality. Even if, and the thing is, you're seeing battles all over the track. You're seeing battles for 21st or 28th. And even though that's not up front, that could still, get you like a few points if you can get that one little spot. So doesn't matter if the battle isn't for first, you can still race the person beside you pretty hard.
I'll tell you what, Jamie Barkus and Jesse Nicola, they're not giving anything, or not giving anything up. You know, they're racing each other hard, almost as if it was the last lap.
Yep. Looks like Necula crosses the line with the nose, but he's still side by side with Barkus. Here comes, Barkus actually gets a great run on the bottom there, able to get clear of Necula, and then watch out, here comes the 23 of Aaron Adcock. Adcock looking low under Necula as we go here through turns 3 and 4. And looks like somebody's blinking.
Yeah, that was a big blink. Yeah, and then just to clarify, that's Jesse with an E, not IE. He's very sensitive about that.
I know the last names are popping up on the screen, but not the first name. So if you hear me mention Jesse's name, it's, like you said, Jesse, not Jesse.
Yeah, somebody misspelled his name on a leader on a podium board one time, and the boy just about flipped out over that.
Right now, we're seeing a pretty tight battle for second at the moment. Logan Sturgeon is giving Patrick Drobick a little bit of the bumper right now. He's racing him hard, and we see Jamie Barkus is right on Logan Sturgeon's back bumper right there. Right now, Logan Sturgeon's kind of in a goat locker sandwich at the moment. He's got Barkus behind him, Drobick in front of him.
Aaron Adcock sending it in deep there to the inside of Jesse Necula. And, the main concern over these the 3rd through 5th or 6th is, they don't want to let Zach Whetstone get too far ahead, because once he gets out ahead, there's no catching him. So they're all doing their best to try to keep a decent pace with him.
There's Kinder, last week's winner. He's side by side with Necula. There he goes. He gets by Garrett Kinder in 6th place right now. They haven't said his name too much, but he's starting to pick up some speed, and I don't know if he was saving a little bit of tires or what, but he's starting to really come into his own right now. You see Barkus, Sturgeon side by side. Sturgeon is losing. That's going to be a second position loss. At one point, Logan Sturgeon was in second. I'm not sure what happened to him. I don't know if he burnt off his tires or what.
Yeah, the top 7 trucks are pulling away from the rest of the pack. They're they're battling it out all in their own little pack here.
Yep, between 7th place Jesse Necula and then 8th place Tyler Gatke, it's about 2 seconds. That just shows how tight everybody is battling each other here in this top 7.
Yeah, nice clean little line of trucks there. We see Aaron Adcock looking down underneath Logan Sturgeon to see if there's an opportunity to get by him on the inside.
Yep, there's Adcock right there. He's starting to reel in Sturgeon. Sturgeon, he threw a couple looks underneath Jamie Barkus, and there goes William Griffith. He spins.
Oh, somebody spun.
Yeah, it's William Griffith. We see the smoke coming up. That's a shame for him.
Wow, wonder what happened to him. I'd love to see if we got forced down by somebody else, or.
Here's the replay right here.
Oh, Alex V. Arca braked him.
And then ouch. That was a hard hit to the inside safer barrier. If that was real life, I would be a bit concerned there for Griffith, but luckily this is iRacing. Hopefully he didn't have a full motion simmer. He's going to be on the hospital.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Good thing we have a good track EMT group here to attend to him there.
Absolutely, and I've actually heard in real life that Charlotte does have one of the best inside care center experiences, and pretty much all of the International Speedway Corporation tracks, Las Vegas, Atlanta, all of them have great inside care experiences.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. And in this day and age, it's as fast as these race cars and trucks are going now. That's almost a gotta have for any track.
Absolutely. I mean, safety is always one of the biggest priorities here in
Safe,
NASCAR.
Safety first, that's for sure. Back in the day, I used to race dirt back in the early 1980s, and we didn't even have to wear fire suits. I used to race with blue jeans and a white T-shirt on and a helmet. That was it.
Yep, wear your helmet, wear your belts, wear your Hans device, anything to keep you safe. And of course, drive safe, race your other competitors, like you're racing for your life. Because, I mean, one hard hit into the wall could definitely hurt you. I mean, look what happened to Ryan Newman. He was wearing all his safety equipment, and yet he still ended up in the hospital. And luckily, if it wasn't for the bar, he would have gotten even badly worse injured.
I tell you what, this top six had really broken away from the seventh place car, which in turn has a huge gap behind him to the eighth place car.
Here's Garrett Kinder looking under Aaron Adcock for fifth right now. This is a good battle. Kinder, we know he's fast. He won last race at Bristol, and wow, he just flies right by. Watch out for Garrett Kinder. He's in the top 5 right now.
No, Aaron Adcock glued right to his bumper too.
Yep, gave him a little bump there, letting him know, hey, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, Garrett doesn't like to be behind anybody for any long time. So, he's got his sights set to go up there to the front.
It's going to be hard, though, for a lot of these drivers to get up to the front just because currently Zach Wetstein has just been running a clinic at the moment here at Charlotte. He's led, I believe, every single lap of this race from flag to flag so far. What a performance.
And the thing is, he makes it look effortless. It's got to be second nature to him, the way he races his trucks. Take a look at his wheel.
Yeah, watch how smooth. Look at that. He's so smooth.
Control.
And the smoother you're turning the wheel, the more faster your lap times are going to be, because the more, you're turning the wheel, the slower it's going to be. So, love to see it. And it's also going to be easier on your tires as well.
Yeah, not so much as he's smooth on the steering wheel, but he's really smooth on the throttle too. And then that right there is where he's going to be saving the tires at. He is really close to that wall on the straightaways.
There you go. There you see his wheel, and then that's right now his speed at the moment. Love to see it. Good performance so far for Zach Wetstein. But let's look back at this tight racing here with the rest of the top 6 currently. Got Patrick Drobick in 2nd, Barkus in 3rd, Logan Sturgeon 4th, and then Garrett Kinder is in 5th. And Kinder's actually starting to run away from Aaron Adcock a little bit.
That is true. I don't know if he's starting to feel his truck starting to push. Aaron is. He got really close to the wall right there. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I think his truck's pushing at this point.
I think we're going to start to see tire wear start to come into play. At the moment, these drivers are about 4 or 5 tenths off their best times right now. It's got to start for even the leader, Zach Wetstein. Even for him, it's got to start feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now. Maybe not as bad as it's going to get in the later laps, but right now it's got to start maybe getting a little bit tighter.
Yeah, that's all they're hoping for right now, to try to get these trucks to where they're a little bit tighter now. As they're pushing, they're starting to let off a little bit earlier than they were before, to be able to get that the truck to pivot around the turns there without having to push up. See Garrett Kinder now making the move on Logan Sturgeon.
Yep, there he goes. They're coming side by side as we cross the line. Kinder or excuse me, oh yeah, that's Kinder. He has the
Kinder.
nose. Look at him. He is, since, the last restart, he's gained a ton of positions, and there he goes, sliding up into fourth. What a race for Garrett Kinder. He's trying to make it 2 in a row after getting the win last week at Bristol.
I'm going to call it right now. Garrett Kinder has a very good chance of winning this race. But I don't want to jinx him, so I'm not going to say it.
The thing is, though, he's going to have to get by the 2 Goat Locker cars. And then, of course, he's going to have to find some way, somehow, to catch Zach Wetstein, who is he's got a 1 second lead right now.
I think everybody's pretty much burned up their stuff in trying just to keep up with Zach. Hence, that's why Zach is pulling away as much as he is. So everybody's hoping for a caution or some kind of event that that Zach would start losing some of that lead.
And from what I've been seeing from, how he's been running the throttle and how he's been looking with the wheel, he probably hasn't burned up his tires as much as a lot of the other drivers. He's so smooth in everything that he does, so precise.
Yeah, that's true. He's, watching that in-view cockpit view we had earlier, you can see he's really conservative with it. He's really smooth the wheel, conservative on his gas pedal there. He's not putting hardly any strain on his tires, where earlier on the other ones behind the 3rd to 6th place were really having to lean on their tires to just to stay up with them.
Yeah, as there's a little comparison there. Let's watch Zach Wetstein here in turn 1, and then we'll see. Watch. Here's, we got, and then, you see just that little bit of an inch or 2 difference. Let's take a look in 3 and 4. Watch where that orange tape is on Wetstein, and then we'll look at Drobick. There you go. That's Wetstein. And then there's Drobick. He's about an inch or 2 farther than where Wetstein is at right now. There we see. Ooh, we might be seeing some pit strategy going on right now.
That was Mike Feith. He was involved in an accident earlier. Oh, there comes Chuck Pegleg Phelps too. So yeah, you might be right. They might be coming in now for green flag pit stops.
And I'd say, when you see one going, you'll see more coming behind them. And I'm going to take a look. How many laps? 31. So majority of the leaders right now have 31 laps on their tires at the moment.
Yeah, and a good tire run here is right about 38, give or take a few laps.
So if that's the case, then I think we're going to see more and more people start to come in here, maybe even this time by.
Yeah, I believe within the next 3 laps, we're going to start seeing a wholesale amount of pit stops.
And then after that, I think unless we see another caution, I think these drivers are going to be able to make it the rest of the way.
I believe you're right, yes.
Because I think right now we're coming to 40 laps to go. They pit at around like 55. That'll be 35. So, they'll be able to make it to the rest of the way. But it'll depend on who's going to run on their tires the hardest.
I'll tell you what, I'm willing to place a bet that they're waiting for lap 60 to 61. I expect to see the whole field start coming in.
And also, I think a lot of the teams are definitely communicating with each other right now. Like Arcadian Motorsports, Big Fish, Dark Horse, Dirt Affliction, Goat Locker, JBR, Oval Adders, Extreme Motorsports, all of the drivers on all those teams, are talking, communicating, discussing, strategizing, when are we going to come in?
Oh, that is true. And we're on lap 57 at the moment. And I figure lap 60 through 64, we're going to be seeing a lot of pit stops.
Jesse Necula heading in. He is one of the first. He was in the top 10, and he's one of the first of the leaders to come in. Interesting choice there for Necula. I'd say we're going to see some more coming behind him for sure.
Yeah, I believe he might have burned up his stuff trying to keep up with everybody there early on.
And ooh, look at that. There's
Wow,
Chuck
look at that
Phelps
speed.
right there. That just shows how much of a difference it makes having fresh tires right there. I mean, Chuck Phelps, he's a lap car, and yet here he is. He's competing with second and third right now.
He's what, 2 laps down, I think?
Yeah, he's 2 laps down, and yet he's running some scorching lap times.
I'll tell you what, Chuck Phelps, I've seen him on Discord, and he's always practicing, I'll jump into chat with him, and then he'd be running practice laps for 3 or 4 hours. So, that's dedication. He really puts in the effort.
And a lot of times, of course, this is iRacing, but still, I know a lot of people practice, 2 or 3 or 4 days in advance before, a league race. And this is very important for a lot of people. We see Sam Wetstein, he's coming in right now in that 98.
Yeah, they're going to start dropping in here now pretty soon, in quite a few numbers.
And
here comes Zach.
Yep, there goes Zach. Ooh, we see Drobick, Barkus, Kinder, Adcock going in. Logan Sturgeon stays out.
Right at lap 60. We'll be seeing a handful more coming in the next lap, no doubt.
So this is going to mean that Logan Sturgeon right now, he is going to inherit the lead. We see Christian Deadman, he's in second. Tyler Gatke is in third.
Yeah, it's just, I see Logan coming in within the next 2 laps.
I agree. There goes Christian, the coach. Deadman dropping off right now. He's coming in.
I saw some smoke. Whoa!
Uh-oh. We see Charles Stevens Jr., Matt Geis, Jason Lottridge. Man.
Well, that was a rough entrance by Coach.
I think he slammed down on the brakes there coming in. When you're coming in, you can get pretty hot off of the turn. You're going from running 170, 160 miles per hour all the way down to what, 45 miles per hour is the pit road speed?
45. Yeah, hopefully he didn't get a penalty on that, but I think he wheeled it up pretty quick.
See Ty Swank, Mickey Isaac, Kenneth Farmer going in, and yet Logan Sturgeon, he's still staying out, holding strong.
I don't know if that's a good move or not, holding it out there, but thinking he's holding it out for a caution, but it's not a very good move. But we'll see. He's a pretty seasoned driver.
Time will tell, and I don't know. He might know something that we don't. There could be.
Yeah.
We see Tyler Gatke coming in, Josh Smith. And there we go. Let's see.
Yeah.
Kevin Kinder, that's a good point. Kevin Kinder on YouTube says, you got to take into account that what if we have a green-white checker? That's going to extend the race a little bit. So depending on who has, more fuel than the other, that could play a part if we do see a green-white checkered.
That's very true.
Logan Sturgeon just continues to stay out.
Hopefully that works out for him. I mean, I don't, that's the only reason why I would think he'd be staying out is he's looking for a caution. And there goes Zach Wittstein.
There we go.
Oh, here he goes. Logan Sturgeon coming into the pits.
I think here's what his thought process was. Right when the first of the lap car started to come by, he was going to go in, so he knew that he had a big lead.
Yeah, that's what it. That's people will do that. They'll stay out until the first truck with fresh tires comes in, and then at that point, that's a good opportunity to come in. So we'll see how he recovers from that. We have a good green flag run going on right now at lap 66. So we'll see how that works out, if it goes all the way green, or if we have. Whoa, Todd Schatz there. He had to check up for
Loganvitz.
Josh Loganvitz.
I don't know if maybe he forgot to say on the radio, you know, hey guys, I'm coming in. I've made that mistake before where I forgot to say that I was coming in, and then the person behind me went bam right into me. That could have been.
Yeah, it could have been one of those things where Josh Lugovich, all of a sudden, spur of the moment, he decides that he needs to pit.
Last second.
Made a bad move on that part because I usually start, you know, hugging down on that low line and then start, you know, easing in under the apron.
Right now we see Tyler Rice. He is in the lead at the moment. Then we got Joaquin Meza in second, and Brandon Wallace is in third. And we actually see Brandon Wallace starting to track down Joaquin a little bit.
Yeah, Brandon Wallace, he's going to stay out there until he's almost out of fuel, because that's how he runs his strategy. Brandon Bam Bam Wallace, he's quite a character, great guy, and you know, loved by everybody in our league.
See a fight going on for fifth between Wetstein and Drobick right now. This is the first for drivers with fresh tires, I think.
Yeah, Patrick could stay close to him without burning up his equipment. That'll be to his advantage, and it'll keep him in contention for the win. You're putting out some pretty good laps right now too.
I agree. This is some awesome racing. Oh, there we see Brandon Wallace looking low under Joaquin Meza as we go here through turns 1 and 2. Can he get to the rear quarter panel? We'll see. He's also having to deal with some lap cars.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing about this track is having to deal with a lap car.
Oh no!
Oh, Wallace into Josh Oswald. My gosh.
And we
see
stay green.
So did he recover? Because I lost the view of it.
I think. I'm gonna watch that replay again.
They must have recovered. Otherwise, or either that or they both went into the infield. Oh, they both recovered.
All right, that was good. That was a good job by all of them who were involved. Awesome job there, able to keep it clean. Oh, it looks like Patrick Drobick was able to get ahead of Zach Wetstein, but Wetstein looking to the outside once again. This is for fifth.
Yeah, this is the first time anybody's been able to get ahead of Zach Wetstein on the track itself. But Zach's not going to give it up that easy, I don't think.
Oh no, he's still right there on his outside. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Zach use one of these lap cars that we're coming up on as a pick here. Or vice versa.
Oh!
Oh, what a move.
Lap car.
That is the kind of racing that you like to see. Patrick Drobick throws Wetstein right up into Manzo's driving line, and that's going to slow him down.
Yep, good racing on everybody's part there. Patrick Drobick using Philip Manzo as the pick to get ahead of Zach there.
And we see Drobick.
It looks like Brandon Wallace appears to be slowing down.
He didn't come into the pits that time, but I don't know if he was saying, hey, I know y'all are faster, I'm going to let you by or what.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, Patrick making that major effort to stay ahead of Zach, but Zach is just sizing him up. I think Zach has the faster truck than Patrick right now.
Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at the lap times this time by.
Another lap car. Oh my gosh. Lap car almost came down on him.
Yeah, I think we're going to continue to see as Zach and Patrick come up on lap cars, we're going to see them try to use them as picks right now. But that time by, we saw Wetstein was about a tenth faster than Drobick, yet he's still behind him. I think Wetstein is being patient, saving tires, but at the same time, not letting Patrick get too far ahead.
Yeah, Zach Wetstein is known as the king of saving tires on in our league.
And oh, here
And there he
comes.
goes.
We see Joaquin Meza and Phil Hitman Manzo, both of them coming into the pits. Both of them were in the top 10. And
Do you know if Brendan Wallace has pitted yet? Because he's been out there for a long time.
I'm interested. Let me take a look. Let's see. Yeah, Brandon Wallace, he still needs to come in, and Tyler Rice needs to come in. But as I say that, here comes Tyler Rice, who was your leader, coming in to the pits, and he's going to take some tires and get some fuel. And that's going to mean that Zach Wetstein is your new leader.
It cycled through. Coming up along, Josh Oswald there involved earlier in that one incident, being the lap car.
Yep, we see Patrick Drobick still there right behind Wetstein.
There's some good racing there between those two.
There goes Brandon Wallace into the pits.
There he goes. He was kind of figured he'd be in within the next couple of laps there. Now, the big job Patrick Trebek has to do is try to stay up there with Zach Wetstein. I have so much troubles with that name. Anyway, without burning his equipment up too much. Because if he lets him get away, there's going to be a hard time catching him on a long green flag run like we're having now.
I mean, Zach Wetstein, he has been very, very fast, and he has I agree, he does have a very, very challenging last name. I know Josh Hall, he told me this. He says it's like a beer stein, so Wetstein, kind of like a beer stein.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be a good way to remember it there. And coming up along lap traffic there.
Wetstein is actually starting to extend his lead a little bit over Drobick.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised because he's a smooth driver. He's got it down to where, he gains all his speed going around the turns faster than anybody else. Boy, there's a lot of smoke there. I wonder what happened there.
I'm not sure. I think, let's see. It wasn't Mike Veith. I'm not sure.
It might have been somebody going in fast into the pits.
No, right now Mike Veith is on the pits at the moment. He is a lot of laps down. It's going to be hard to make all that up. Unless we do see some cautions, which we've only had one caution. This has been some great clean racing. I don't want to jinx anything, but these drivers have been very, very respectful racing each other.
Yeah, that is true. The difference between the Rebels series and the Outlaws series is the Rebels series, the majority of the racers have been together longer. So they all know each other and they race with each other plenty of times to where they pretty much know their style and know what to expect of them when they come up to them from behind and passing.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, I mean, that just comes with, racing with each other for a long time. This is a group of racers they've been racing with each other for a very, very long time. This is a lot of, the OGs, a lot of the founding members.
That is true. It's, technically we've all been racing together for a year, the ones that started as the OGs, me being one of them. And I think September will be a year. Or we just had a birthday bash.
There was a birthday bash.
Yep.
I'm not sure, but Kevin Kinder on YouTube says the smoke could be barbecue smoke, which I agree. The infield, the inside, campgrounds, that could be the barbecue smoke. There you see, there's some campers, there's some cars, there's some tents. iRacing. One of my favorite things about Charlotte is how much detail iRacing has put into all the billboards, all the inside pit area, all the vehicles, the safety vehicles, the tunnels. I mean, and for all the tracks to be exact, iRacing just puts so much detail into their sim. It's amazing. It feels like you're actually at the racetrack.
Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of realism in it. See Garrett Kinder weaving his way through the field, trying to catch up now too.
Yeah, and he's got Jamie Barkus right behind him. Barkus has just got to get by a lap car, and then he'll have a clear shot right to Kinder.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The only thing that's going to slow Zach Wittstein down is lap traffic, and he's pretty far away from it for right now, I believe. "15 laps to go."
There you go, 15 laps to go. This is coming down to the wires. Here we see a battle for second. There goes Garrett Kinder looking low under Patrick Drawbick. Kinder to second, man. And now...
Well, Kinder made that look effortless.
And now Kinder's going to be setting his sights on your leader, Zach Wittstein, who at the moment has a 2-second lead over second place, Garrett Kinder.
See a lap car between him and Zach. That'd be Todd Schatz. I believe he was in the Outlaw race earlier today too. Or no, that's somebody else. Anyway, disregard. Yeah, Garrett Kinder putting on the heat now. He's got the burners going.
Here comes a battle between the two Goat Locker drivers, Patrick Drawbick and Jamie Barkus.
Yeah, Garrett Kinder has his sights on Zach now. But still, that's a lot. That's a big gap to overcome still with 13 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see how I've loved doing this with Zach Wittstein. Let's see how he's looking from his cockpit cam. Just how smooth his wheel is. Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I'm always concentrating on, you see this tachometer there?
Yeah. Where
he'll slow down to like 6,000 RPM, and then when he hits the gas, it goes up to 7,000. He'll come off of it throttled earlier, down to about 6,000. That's how smooth he is with it, and then he comes back up. He hits it right at the end of the turn. This guy is good.
It's so impressive watching him, traverse this track. I've loved watching, the onboard cam of Wittstein throughout this race. This has been awesome. Great performance for him. It ain't over yet though. Anything could happen. We could see a caution come out or something. I don't know, but right now it's his race to lose right now.
Yeah, that's very true there. And like I said, the only thing that'll keep him from running away with it is lap traffic. So see, he's coming up to it now. So we'll see if Garrett could close up some of that gap during that time.
Yep, he's coming up on, I believe that is Kyle Roberts who he's coming up on, so.
Yeah, Kyle Roberts can make his truck pretty wide when it comes to trying to pass him, so, we'll see. We'll see if he gives Zach a run for his money or not on that.
See, here we go on the front stretch. Right now we're watching a battle here for 8th between Christian Dedman and Tyler Gatke. Gatke just now made it by Dedman. These two have been battling for a while now, and I think Gatke's extending his gap a little bit.
Yeah, Coach Dedman, he's a past truck winner. I believe it was last season he had a race win. And he's always one to watch up there in the top 10.
I know Dedman hasn't really been doing iRacing quite as much because he's been very into the MLB The Show 21. He's actually one of the biggest streamers on Twitch there with the MLB Show 21. I know he's a baseball coach in real life, very, very passionate with baseball. So he's trying to, trying to find a way to split between, iRacing and baseball.
Yeah, great guy. You ever have a chance to catch one of his streams? He's very entertaining to watch. He's very animated. He's, all around nice guy.
I think he called one race here on Intensity Broadcasting, and I think it was an iOS Cup Series race. If you look back at some of the old iOS Cup Series races here on Intensity Broadcasting, I think he called one with Josh Hall, and like you said, on that broadcast, he was very animated, very, very fun to listen to, and he's very, very knowledgeable about the sport racing. And
Oh yeah. Yeah, and he's a very, very close friend. I think they even grew up together, him and Garrett Kinder.
wow, awesome. Because I think they're both from Oklahoma.
Yep, the great state of Oklahoma.
This time by, that's gonna make Zach Wetstein 5 laps to go for him. He's just gotta make it 5 laps. That's after these turns. That's gonna be, doing the math, that's gonna be 8 turns. All he has to do is just 8 turns. And oh no, that's not true. All he's gotta do is, my brain is.
4 times 4 is 16.
Thank you. I'm very sorry. It's 11 o'clock.
Okay. Hey, it's tough math. It's not everybody gets it, but nice try though.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. My brain's on autopilot, and the racing is kind of right now. We're single file at the moment. We're not seeing too many battles because Zach Wetstein has just really ran away with it.
Seems like it's getting around the lap cars pretty good. There were issues last week on that, and they were addressed this week. So the leaders should be having a better time getting around lap cars.
And ever since racing began, lap cars have always been an issue. And and normally, it's a lot of people say that it's the leader's responsibility to pass the lap cars clean, but still, the lap cars have to do a great job to give the leaders enough room,
Yeah, and and the thing is, you can't give up racing just because you're a lapped car. You still got to race, but you have to show some common courtesy to the leaders on the lead lap, and then do a little give and take. And the leaders still need to race around lap cars. So I think it has to do a lot with common courtesy, being a good sportsman about it, and just keep the racing experience a pleasant one.
And there we go. Officially, Zach Wetstein has taken the white flag. Started on the pole. We saw him lose the lead after going into the pits, and ever since he took the lead, he's had a rocket. Zach Wetstein, awesome performance. You see, second and third, it's Garrett Kinder and Jamie Barkus. Both of them have had some great runs. Fourth, Patrick Drobick. Fifth is Logan Sturgeon. So what a race for these guys.
Yeah, good run by everybody. Congratulations to Zach. Zach made it look like a Sunday drive effortlessly, but Garrett Kinder just, he was fast, but just couldn't get the break that he needed on that. So, good to see, the top 3 drivers where they finished at and everything, and good clean race overall.
Yeah, we only saw 1 caution, which is amazing for a league race. And that just proves, how much respect these Rebels drivers have for each other. And there you see Zach Wetstein burning it down, celebrating a well-deserved win. And we see Garrett Kinder, he's burning it down too after getting a 2nd place finish.
Yeah, I like to see him do this. I don't know what's going on now, but I don't see the demolition derby. Oh, there we go. The tradition here at Original Rebels Racing. The race-ending demo derby.
And we were not able to do this with the Outlaws Truck Series race, but we are going to do some post-race interviews with the top 3 finishers. This is the Shappy Edits post-race interviews, talking to Jamie Barkus, Garrett Kinder, and Zach Wetstein. We actually have 2 of the 3 of the top 3 finishers currently in the waiting room. I think we still got to get Barkis.
I'll tell you what, Atlee, this race went by incredibly quick for me compared to the Outlaws race earlier.
It did. Right now, the race lasted 59 minutes, while the Outlaws race was like at least over an hour. And that just, again, shows how without as many cautions, the less cautions, the faster the race is going to go by. And there we go. We see Jamie Barkis, third place in the waiting room. So here's how it's going to go pretty much. I'm going to ask a question, and then Mike, you're going to ask a question. We're going to just take a look. Oh, that's not good.
Whoa, that was incredible.
All right, so here we go. Jamie, this is Atlee and Magic Mike in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you. I mean, you started the race in fourth, and you were in the top 5 for most of the race, and you were, when we saw that green flag run before the green flag pit stops, there was some awesome battling between, you, Kinder, Drobick, Sturgeon. All of y'all were so tight together in the field. It was just some amazing battling. And in the end, when everything was said and done, you ended up getting that bronze finish. Had an awesome run, but you couldn't quite get up there to Kinder. You were battling with, I think, Wetstein for a little bit, but then you fell off. So still third place. Awesome run. I mean, what was your take on the race?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, clean race. A lot of give and take. It'd been nice if we'd had some of that last week, and I'm sure it'll be all out the window come next week at Martinsville. But everybody mind their P's and Q's, and a lot of green flag laps. I don't know what happened on that pit stop. Me, Pat, and Zach all came in pretty much nose to tail, and I just lost a ton of time on the exit of the pit stop. And that was basically the difference in the race. Burned the tires up trying to make up that ground, and just had nothing left at the end.
Hey, Jamie, this is Mike. Hey, congratulations on your third place finish. Hey, what was your pit strategy going into the race? And did you have to change anything up, or did it go pretty good for you?
Pit strategies, whatever, when Pat tells me to pit. So yeah, I mean, it was cool. We got that one caution there, with, I don't know, it was about lap 21, I think it was, which was a great time to go get tires. And then, we went green from there on. So we just cut the next run, in half, hoping it was going to stay green. So yeah, I mean, it worked out well. Like I said, I don't know I don't know how I lost so much time on the exit of the pits there. That was the difference in the race for me.
Well, good. It seemed like you recovered pretty good for third place. So that's good. Good to see you.
So last but not least, we just got asked, is there anybody you would like to thank before we let you go?
Oh, absolutely. We got to thank Hull Heating and Sheet Metal. Ken Farmer, I guess, is the main sponsor here for this series. Kinder Farm and Ranch, Shappy Edits, Magic Mike Motorsports, P&J Motorsports, Peg Leg Felts, and of course, got to thank the Goat Locker sponsors, Jam Pring Promotions, Gill Insurance Advisors, Tracks for Vets, G2G Trailers, and Travis Lee Creative. They keep the lights on around Goat Locker Racing, so we appreciate all that. And appreciate you guys for calling a great race tonight.
Absolutely. We definitely had fun watching you put on a great show. So congratulations on third, and hopefully you have a great rest of your night, Jamie.
Congratulations
so again. Thanks, Magic Mike. Appreciate it, man.
All righty.
All right, so that's Jamie Barkis. Let's now look at pulling in your second place finisher from Oklahoma. It is Garrett Kinder.
Come on.
Hey, Garrett, this is Atlee and Magic Mike in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Atman.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I will say you were the third biggest mover of the race. Started in 14th, and we really didn't see too much of you in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you were flying up through the field like a rocket and up to the top 5 in no time after the restart, after the first caution, and you had a great pit strategy, and you were able to gain a few positions after the pit strategy. You got by Drobick, you got by Barkis, and then you were in second. And when you got behind Wetstein, there was a 2-second gap, and when you finished, there was about 1.7 second gap. So you couldn't quite reel him in. He was pretty fast out here, but you still had a great race, Garrett. I mean, what was your take on this race?
Man, honestly, it was really fun. you're exactly right. I kind of hung back at the beginning, just trying to get the feel of how everybody's going to run, see if everybody's going to be going hard the whole time or if they're going to be dropping back, saving tire. I was doing full tire saver strategy on that last set of tires and ended up paying off there at the end. I want to give a big shout out to Jamie and Pat. They ran hard. I know Pat was up there battling with Zach for a while, and he might have burned his stuff up a little early, but me and Jamie, we were very cordial with each other. If somebody had a run, we weren't gonna hold them up. So big shout out to those guys. Man, it was a good race. I enjoyed it. Very clean. There wasn't just a whole lot of cautions. There was a few, I think, but and a few incidents I heard that didn't draw yellow. But other than that, I really enjoyed it, man.
Hey, Garrett, Mike here. Hey, what did you need to be able to beat Zach Whitstein tonight? What could have made the difference? What could you have done different? What are your thoughts on that?
Grip hacks. I needed grip hacks.
Grip hacks always work.
Oh boy.
No, I needed. So I don't have short run speed on all these 1.5 mile tracks, and this is one of them. I think I displayed that pretty well tonight. I fell back. Got gapped by about 2 seconds, and then reeled people back in and started making passes after about a 20-lap run. I don't know what I could have done to catch Zach. I maybe could have turned it on a couple of laps earlier and started going a little harder, but by that point, I was already starting to fight some tire a little bit on exit. Lap traffic didn't play an effect. Everybody, all the lap cars were very cordial. So Zach ran a flawless race tonight. So there wasn't a whole lot that I don't think I could have done to get to him. So, big shout out to him.
Good effort.
Well, I appreciate that, Magic.
Well, last but not least, anybody you would like to thank before we let you go?
Well, my family being the sponsor of the Charlotte 150 here, the Kinder Farm and Ranch 150.
Oh, yeah.
Got to give a big shout out to Kinder Farm and Ranch. They're not only sponsoring this race, they sponsored me all season, last season. It's great to have them on the hood. It's great to have some family support, behind something. Honestly, a bunch of grown men playing a video game when you really boil it down. But for them to sit down and watch these races, and I'll get text messages. My phone's been blowing up ever since the checkered flag drop, saying, good job, give me thumbs ups and all this good stuff. I can't say enough about them being very supportive, and I love them to death for it. Of course, I also want to thank Thin Blue Line USA and our primary sponsor, Hall Heating and Sheet Metal, Ken Farmer's head honcho over there. Southwest T-shirt design, some awesome plaques they send out. I'm still waiting on my one from Bristol last week, but I'm really anxious to get it. Shappy Edits, he does some great video editing work for the league. Smill Racing Designs, best paint jobs in iRacing, if you ask me. Magic Mike, got to thank you, man. Magic Mike Motorsports, they do a lot for this league behind the scenes, whether it's monetary or just helping people out. Of course, my main man, Griff, always got to thank him. Chuck, man, I can't say enough about Chuck. He's probably one of the best dudes that I've talked to on here. You can hear my phone blowing up. There's my mom texting me right there. P&J Motorsports, all y'all over at Intensity E-Racing TV, Jason Rosman Insurance, Flexible Freight Solutions. Everybody's fantastic. Matt for putting on a heck of a league. And last but not least, I got to thank all my guys over at Reaper Racing. A little bit of a different team configuration this time around, but I think we're meshing pretty well. Guys are having some pretty good runs. I know Coach ended up with, I think, a top 10 out of the deal. Christian Coach Dedman. So we're getting there. It's a work in progress. We're about probably, I don't know, halfway through the season, dang near, but we're working on it.
I will say the Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind is my favorite Wreckage Rewind I've ever done. Let's just go ahead, put it on screen for a second, and just just take a little gander at that. It's got to be my favorite Wreckage Rewind.
Well, my dad, I offered up the sponsorship opportunity to him for it, and I kind of asked what he wanted on the graphic, and he said, just make it say Kinder Farm and Ranch and do whatever else you want to with it, really. And so I kind of put a comedy spin on it, and I think it turned out pretty good. I've got a lot of compliments on it, so I'm glad you liked it, man.
Looks great, for sure.
Well, awesome job, Garrett, and have a great rest of your night.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Have a good night, Garrett.
See.
Oh, and also we do have actually someone on Twitter says, let's see, Mama Ellingson says, Kinder Pagan says, thank you for the mention of P&J Motorsports.
Oh, absolutely. That's what we're here for. Y'all are a great sponsor for us, and we appreciate having y'all on board for the league.
All right, there you go. So, congratulations on second, Garrett. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, brother.
Good night, buddy.
See you.
And there you go. Now it is time to talk to the man of the hour from Greenwood, Indiana. It is none other than Zach Wetstein. Let's go ahead and pull him in. Hey, Zach, this is Atlee and Magic Mike in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, awesome. Well, what a performance for you tonight. Started on the pole, and except for when we saw the green flag pit stops happening, you pretty much led every single race. We did see a little bit of a battle between you and Patrick Drobick as y'all were making your way up to the field, but in the end, you ended up finishing with over a 1 second lead. I mean, it's like you had rocket boosters on the back of that truck. How did you feel about this race?
Oh, man, I don't know why. No clue at all, but Charlotte just seems to be one of my better tracks. At least specifically in the trucks. I always seem to do well here, whether it's official or league racing. And so I kind of know how to save tires here better. And really, it was probably my best overall race in my original Rebels kind of career, because I was able to stay up front and lead, a bunch of laps and win. Usually it's a thing where I fall back to fifth or something, saving tires and go up to the field. So I'm really happy after this one to be able to dominate more than usual.
Hey, Zach, this is Mike here, man. Awesome performance tonight. And you make it look so easy. It's almost like you're on cruise control out there, How do you do it? You're smooth and you're fast. What's your secret? Is it natural talent or something that you had to learn and pick up? Tell us about it.
Oh, I've definitely learned over, I've been on iRacing for like 6 years. And so I've definitely learned as time went. I was not always as good as I am now at saving tires. And it's just all about saving that right front when the setup's this tight. Now, unfortunately, as you two know, iRacing changes the setups every like 2 weeks. So you never know if the truck's going to be loose or tight. But when it's tight like it is, at least tonight, and it has been, you just got to protect that right front, live on the right rear, and it seems to work out.
Good job.
Absolutely. I mean, once again, stellar performance here. It looks like this has got to be one of your best tracks, like you said. I mean, awesome performance. And last but not least, is there anybody you'd like to thank, people that have supported you and gotten you to where you are today with your win?
Absolutely. Shout out to my fellow teammates at Extreme Motorsports. Shout out to everybody here tonight running. I mean, at least around me, Logan, Jamie, Pat, Garrett, we're all racing clean. Hull Heating and Sheet Metal, along with Ken Farmer, Thin Blue Line USA, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Southwest T-Shirt Design, Shappy Edits, Smeal Racing Designs. I always say it every time I have an interview. Smeal Racing Designs has like a paint scheme on every single truck out in the truck series. So shout out to him. Magic Mike Motorsports, to you, Magic Mike.
Yay.
And E-Racing TV, you guys, Intensity Broadcasting. Shout out to you, Atlee, for jumping in this week and doing the double header for Josh. So we all appreciate it, and all the guys that put this league together and make it work.
Absolutely. And I definitely had fun, watching you put on an awesome performance tonight here at Charlotte. Great job. I don't know how many times I've said great job, but you definitely deserve it. Congratulations, Zach, on the win. Have a great rest of your night.
I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Well, I mean, there you have it. That is the Kinder Farm and Ranch 150 for you here at Charlotte. Awesome race. We saw a very, very long green flag one. And we had one caution, but after that, it was just a long green flag run. Awesome green flag pit stops. We saw some pit strategy come into the play. And in the end, it was just a dominant performance for Zach Wetstein. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in here, for tuning in to watch the broadcast here on Intensity Broadcasting. As always, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. It would be greatly appreciated. Check us out on Twitter, Intensity Broad One. We're always posting on there. You don't want to miss what's going on in there. And then also, make sure to download the E-Racing TV app on Roku TV and Fire TV. If you're, a racing or iRacing fan, you got to download the app. It's great for racing and iRacing fans. Well, I'm Atlee Atman-Weasel on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Over and